Good morning, everybody. It's Becky here, Aunt Beck's Creations. And I started doing something and I said, well, you know what? Let me turn the camera on because somebody else might want to see this. Okay, I tried to do the pour on ATCs, but I didn't have all of the products. I had some old extender and some paint. So I mixed extender with paint and tried to, do the jibber jabber. Well, it looked like crap. So we moved on, and I had this in my stash. It still had the plastic on it. It's the Distress Crackle paint in black soot, and it comes, I don't know if anybody else had ever seen this stuff, but it comes with an applicator brush, and it's really thick. And I put a coat of it on the ATCs that I did. And this is how they turned out. You can still see there's some extenders still active there because I put too much in there. But I'm just moving forward. These are drying. Some sections are just popping totally off, and I'm okay with that. It looks aged. But you can see the different colors I used underneath when I was trying to do the pouring. And so what I decided to do this morning was to grab the I have 2 bags of Rub and Buffs. It's every color Rub and Buff available. Scott got these for me for Christmas several years ago. So I started with this one. It's Spanish Copper. And it makes it look like leather almost. I thought that looks pretty cool. And I'll buff it a little bit more after it's dried. So that was Spanish Copper. And then this blue is called Patina. It's a patina. And I really like how it turned out. And you can see where some of it, the crackle popped off when I was rubbing. And I'm okay with that. I can always, whatever I decide to attach to the front, I can cover that up. So I just thought I would come on and do a couple more colors. I'm doing 3 of each color. So let's do the silver. And then one of these golds. There's European gold, antique gold, or gold leaf. I like the antique gold, I think. So we'll do silver leaf first and then the antique gold. And all I do is, and you can see my fingers all getting stained. This one's not even been open, so you just turn the cap upside down and it's got a little sharp point thing in there. And that light flipping is driving me crazy. There we go. And I just put a little teeny bit on my finger, and then I just kind of put it here and there. Spread it out a bit, and then just do the rubbing. Probably shaking the camera, sorry guys, but there's that. And then I'll let it dry and I'll come back. You can add more if you want, but I think just a tiny little bit is plenty on an artist trading card. Scott bought this stuff to put somewhere on the truck. He'll probably leave a comment below when he watches this video, because Scott watches all my videos. He put some stuff in the truck to get it to quit shuddering when we make a slow gradual turn in it. I can't remember what it's called. Scott, honey, leave it if you remember. I know you will. But what I was going to say is he left his everyday phone on the bumper of it when he took it for a test drive, and we had to go looking for it, and I just started calling it over and over, and he just drove real slow around and we found it. But just walking, we probably never would have found it with calling, because it had gone off into a pile of magnolia leaves way down the road. And so yeah, he was a little upset with himself for losing it, I think. But we found it. I'm going to put a little bit more on this one. right, so that was the silver leaf. I've got a wet one here. I just try to wipe off as much of this as I can. I should have put some of that glove stuff on to protect my skin, make it easier to clean up, but I wasn't thinking about it. All right, so now we got 3 more left here. Just move those over, and I'm going to do the antique gold. Now some of this is probably going to fleck off. Just dump it in the trash, the little flakes. And this one I have used before. I've got the front door propped open so Callie can come in and out. She's acting so silly this morning. So my point about these ATCs, I tried to do a technique with just what I had on hand, and they didn't look good, but I didn't throw them away. I went looking in my stash for something else that I had not used before, which was the crackle paint. It's a one-step crackle paint, Tim Holtz. And I put it on, and I still wasn't completely happy. So I pulled out the rub and buff, and it just goes to show, never just throw it away. Keep going. Find something else in your stash that you can use to change it up. Never be afraid to go farther. Take it to another whole step. Wish I had someone here to just go off thrifting with me. Scott's back to work today, so no thrifting this week.